Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the British Esports podcast here at Insomnia. We're here to join today with John. John, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah?
So it's, great event so far. So looking for the rest of the week as well.
Lovely. So the questions that we have for you are centered around Commonwealth, because obviously you were there, your team competed. First of all then, just describe the event overall for you. How was it for Esports Wales?
Well, it was amazing, all of the process really. So I think for us, to get 6 teams to qualify for the event, I think that was the biggest achievement. To say there were 6 categories and we got a team in for every category, and I had to play sort of Northern Ireland, Gibraltar, Scotland to get through to that. So it was great to have the event and get the teams there. And we didn't expect to do as well as we did, but to come out of 6 events and come out with 3 medals, 1 being a gold, is amazing. And hopefully can springboard the scene in Wales now for years to come.
So there might be a pretty obvious answer based on what you've just said, but were there any sort of special moments or highlights that you'd like to sort of bring up about the event?
So obviously the medals I think was it, but I think it was everyone coming together. I think all of our players just acted so well, so professional. They represented Wales. So, it's so proud to sort of see them standing there representing their country and having that aspect. So while I would say, of course, the gold medal was a great one, but it was a case of everyone really. I think of our players just stood out and represented Wales really well.
Yeah. So from a player's point of view then, from you being able to see these players as they went on stage and played and in the lead up to that, how do you think they felt about it, like during the course of it and competing for the nation as opposed to just for a team?
Hopefully I think they were sort of proud to do it. But one of the things which I made sure that sort of going into it was there was no real massive pressure for them to perform. Of course, we wanted to do well, and we always want to sort of do it. But it's a case of going into the event. I was saying the achievement was getting Wales, 6 of the teams in the Commonwealth, and I think us and England were the only 2 teams to do that. So to have that was the achievement. That was sort of so anything on top was great for us. And I think for the players themselves, I think a lot of them went into the events. There was a few wobbles, but generally it was quite sort of cool heads going into the events and playing and enjoying the event for what it was really.
So everyone did fantastically, but from your perspective, like, how do you feel everyone performed as a team, like for Wales, just in general for the whole event, basically?
So for everyone, for all the home nations, done really well. I think it was great to see everyone come together. I think for the event itself, like having sort of behind the scenes where you sort of these players normally just play together online. They rarely get sort of an opportunity like this to come together. So sort of the friendships which has been sort of over the last few years where they haven't had the opportunity to come together, having them come together and play was sort of awesome to see. For our side, I think the development of the Welsh team, it was going through and developing over the last few months, getting them playing scrims, getting them practicing, developing some of the players because they were in the level which they were the Commonwealth, and then seeing them perform was sort of awesome.
So speaking of the future now then, what sort of legacy are you hoping that the CEC leaves on esports in the UK? Where do you want it to go from here?
So there's a few things. So from Wales' perspective, I'd like to see sort of the growth in Wales. What we'd like to bring on is Welsh Esports League, and that's the plans from a Welsh perspective. Just going for future tournaments like the Commonwealth, easier for selection, because I think the difficult that we found was finding these players. We know they're there. It's just a case of finding them and sort of bringing them out of themselves and coming to join us at the event. And for a sort of UK side, what we hope to see is more international games. So having like the Wales England, having the sort of the Scotland, Northern Ireland, and bringing those in and having those games, because I think it's a lot easier for a casual audience to get behind your nation than it is to sort of pick up and sort of play against, sort of to watch like a guild game. While you could say it's it's a UK team, it's harder for them to get behind it in sport where there's a lot more passion sort of behind your country, and having that backing I think is easier for casual and mainstream sort of viewership to come in.
So our final sort of big question for you, following the success of it being the inaugural Commonwealth Esports Championships, where would you like to see esports go in terms of like Commonwealth in the future?
So as Commonwealth itself, so my personal view is I think there should always be now the Commonwealth. I think whether it runs as part of the Commonwealth, the medals, and there's a category like athletics, and you have your games in that, or it's a separate one. I think there's benefits to both. I think having it as a separate, esports is still different to sport, and the venues which you can hold it in, the sort of what the needs of the players is different to your sort of sporting athletes. Like you don't need a gym so much in the week to practice. You need a room of PCs and high spec PCs. So it's different. So in some cases, which might work for sport, might not work for esports. But I think they should always run now going forward, and always have the Commonwealth either run alongside or as a separate category to the Commonwealth event itself.
Yeah. Lovely. So to finish off then, we've got two little challenges for you. The first of which is I'm going to give you 15 seconds and I'll get my little clock up. And in 15 seconds, we're going to try and get you to name as many esports titles as you can.
Okay.
And we'll see how you do. Well, so far, we've got a 12. 12 is the record currently in 15 seconds, so we'll see how you get on. Are you ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Smash Bros, Brawlhalla, Valorant, CSGO, Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, League of Legends, Dota 2, Heart of the Storm, what are we looking at?
2, 1, stop.
10?
10, yeah.
That's not bad.
Still pretty good though.
Yeah. A few more I should have had, but yeah. Rocket League would have killed me.
Rocket League, yeah.
So another little game for you.
Go.
So we are going to give you, are you actually the timer?
I am again, yes, that's fine.
We are going to give you 30 seconds
Bit
to
longer,
draw a video game character of your choice.
Okay, I'll try and draw my main. Right, let's see how good this is going to be.
So there is a pen for you. So let us know when you're ready and we can start the timer for you.
Okay. All right.
Good.
3, 2, 1, begin. All right, 10 seconds gone so far. Uh, 10 more seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to guess? Yeah, do you want to guess what it is?
Oh, I
Again, it looks vaguely like Baby Yoda.
It's a League of Legends character?
I don't play League.
No?
Oh, a League of Legends character. Is it Nah?
It is now.
Is it actually?
Yeah, that's my main in League of Legends.
I'm quite impressed. That's
so
pretty
it
good.
wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's
If you
not
guessed
bad.
it. Yeah.
I'm quite, yeah. Well, if I guessed it, then I mean, it must be right. Perfect.
You're cool.
Yeah, right. Well, John, thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us today.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you enjoyed this content, then be on the watch out for all the other Insomnia Esports content that will be coming your way. John, thanks again for joining us, and thank you for watching. Take care.
Thank you all. Bye.